Hi, today I'm going to be talking about the Socom Confrontation game manual. I'm going to list some different parts of it that I like and others that I really don't like, and some things that are missing that I do find important sometimes. Um, but yeah, I'll go ahead and get started. First thing I like, as always, is the table of contents. No matter what game I play, I always look at the table of contents. This will help me be able to flip through and go to the necessary pages that I find useful. The next thing I look at, controls. For this game, for instance, on page 4, there's the actual button titles, such as square, L2, or R3, which is the right click of the joystick. The next page, page 5, shows the actual button controls and what they do, such as holding L2 button down allows voice chat, and R1 is the fire button. I always look at this no matter what game because it kind of gives me not only a heads up of what I need to focus on, but also allows me to browse through, or not browse through, but be able to approach the game more readily than going in and not knowing what I'm doing. This especially is helpful in strategy games such as Empire Total War or anything like that. Next thing I don't really care for is the main menu options. I'm in this, yeah, in the book it shows it, but this is unnecessary. I mean, I can pull up the main menu of the screen on the game, and it will give me all this information. See, the next thing that I do find useful is on page 16, the actual game modes. It goes into more detail about what each game mode is, such as suppression. Suppression is basically you trying to eliminate your opponents, and whichever one has more kills on their side is the winner. Then my favorite part always starts at page 22 and goes through page 28. I believe it's page 28. Yep. The credits. I don't really focus on the names as much, unless it's a really good game like the Socom games or Call of Duty. I want to know who the game programmers are because if they ever make mistakes, I want to know who made the mistake. But this is most important to me because of with me going into game design, I want to make sure that I know the game titles that I need to be applying for. I don't want to go in and say, I want to design games today, so I'm applying for game designer. Well, what type of game designer do you want to be? Do you want to be lead game designer? Do you want to be multiplayer game designer? Or what do you want to be? So this kind of gives me a background on what I need to be looking for when I apply. I can be able to research then what what exactly they do, what they don't do, and then it kind of also will help me narrow my focus down as to what I want to do. So one thing I don't like that most games do have is the actual notes section, especially when it comes to games like Command & Conquer and stuff like that, which I play a lot of. It doesn't have a notes section, and I honestly like those because I can write my save files down, such as the nation I was playing as, the date of the save file, how far along I was, just different stuff like that. And of course, on old Mortal Kombat games, writing down the fatalities or anything like that is really helpful. So that way you don't have to write them on, a blank sheet of paper or something, and then try and keep that with your game for the rest of the lifespan of the game. Eventually those get lost, you don't put the game back in its right case, and you don't have those anymore. So yeah, for a manual not to have that is very unusual. I did hear recently, though, that Ubisoft is getting rid of these manuals. They will no longer be carrying manuals in their games. I guess that they are going paper friendly, which is good in some instances, but at the same time bad in others. So, anyway, yeah. So basically, that's it about the game manual for Socom Confrontation. There are others out there, as I'm sure you are aware of. I decided to do it over this one because not only was it around me, but it's the game I played most of all right now. And also, it's kind of hard to get direct to drive downloads to be able to put them on a video feed. I would have to show a screenshot. So, but anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I look forward to seeing comments posted.